So Jane, I'd love to hear more about how does your work, or how do you specifically connect into the world of digital inclusion? And are there any insights you'd like to share about how do you truly think about audience inclusion or local community inclusion?
Thank you, Melissa. And it's a really, really important question. I spent most of my career on airplanes and being in community. For me, it's really weird not to be working with people on the ground all the time. But what I would say is the following. It really is about the local community and listening. I know that sounds really simple, but it's listening to people who know way better than you do about a solution that's good for their community. Culturally, you mentioned tribal communities, particularly with tribes. No matter where you are around the world, tribal communities have very particular religious norms, cultural norms, and other issues that you may not expect or anticipate. And to assume that you know better than somebody who lives in a certain place is a very tricky thing to do. You will find yourself having to redo your entire project that you committed to work with them on. And again, it's co-creation, it's joint inclusion, it's joint development. It really is working from the ground with local communities to understand if they want you to come. We don't ever go anywhere we're not asked to go. We do a lot of networking so people know what we do. We have wonderful chapters around the planet. We have over 120 chapters. They're very individual chapters from country to country. It's what that chapter wants to be. Some are tech focused, some are policy focused, some may be human rights. The key thing for us is that we're listening to those local communities, co-creating and creating solutions so that the local sustainability is there. We never want to be the single point of failure as a partner. Ever. If you're building a partnership base, if you think of a pyramid, you want a huge, broad base. One of the formulas for success is to build as big a partnership as possible and bring in as many people. You have to put your ego aside. It's not about you. It's really about building more infrastructure, building the communities to support it. And for the technical community out there, I really do mean people who build technology, technical infrastructures, but also you have to have that network of people who know how to solve problems in country. A lot of what we do is focus on network operator group communities and building up technical expertise and training and making sure we're taking those people that are being trained and creating trainers. And so it really is important for local solution making. We've made some mistakes in the past, and I think some that I've made have been with some tribal communities in this country, in the United States, where I am right now, in assuming I understood where they were coming from because they were on the same piece of planet that I'm on or near. That's completely wrong. And you have to take a step back and just understand where they're coming from and what they need, and not try and impose what you think they need on the community. So setting expectations, listening, and actually understanding how to be successful in that situation that you're in to build the local sustainability.
Sometimes things go terribly wrong, and you have great intentions. You meet